Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today doing the breakdown video for the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte WBC heavyweight title fight that takes place Saturday, April 23rd on ESPN pay-per-view. I believe it's ESPN pay-per-view. This is a huge fight right here. This is two top 5 guys. It's a mandatory title fight. Tyson Fury, currently the #1 heavyweight in the world. Really little argument there. You can argue Alexander Usyk, but most people, myself included, call Fury the top dog right now. But this fight just has all the makings of a big showdown. It's two top 5 guys. Again, Dillian Whyte's right there. Some people have him ranked 4th, some people 5th. I personally have him 5th, but he's the mandatory #1 contender. He's been waiting for a title shot for years now, and he's finally getting his crack at Fury. And, potentially the winner is in line for the winner of Usyk and Joshua 2, the rematch, which, we could be crowning an undisputed champion in the second half of the year after this fight right here. So a lot of people are looking forward to this fight, myself included. I can't wait. This is going to be a big one right here. Fury, and Dillian Whyte. So a lot at stake. But let's discuss the, as we do in all the breakdown videos. We start with the champion, then we go to the challenger, and we ask the same questions, the same 4 questions. We also talk about them rolling into the fight, that's how I kick it off. But then after both fighters are done, I'm done asking the questions about both fighters, I get into is it better for boxing if one or the other wins, and my prediction on the fight. So this one, we're going to start with the reigning and undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury. Rolling into this fight, Tyson Fury's coming off the biggest win of his career. His dramatic 11th round knockout victory over Deontay Wilder in their 3rd fight, as Fury left no doubt that he's just a better fighter between him and Wilder. But it was an epic fight between him and Wilder. They traded knockdowns in the fight. Fury sent Wilder down in the 3rd round. Wilder came back in the 4th round and put Fury down twice and almost knocked him out. And then Fury just continued to put the pressure on. Finally, in the 10th round, he put Wilder down again. And then in the 11th round, he knocked him out cold with a chopping right hand. And in what was my fight of the year and one of the best heavyweight fights I've ever seen. It was just an epic ending to their rivalry right there. And Fury, prior to that, had scored maybe his most dominant victory, his 7th round stoppage of Wilder in their rematch. So heading into this fight, Tyson Fury is just the most confident fighter in the world, in my opinion. I mean, this guy is already supremely confident, but his belief in himself is monstrous. His story is great, and Tyson Fury has the right mindset rolling into this fight. I know some people are saying that he's been talking about retirement after the fight. I doubt it. Tyson Fury goes back and forth with his bipolar stuff. He goes back and forth with his opinions all the time. But I really think Tyson Fury wants the winner of Usyk and Joshua for undisputed. I really think he's going to do that before he hangs him up. But this fight with Dillian Whyte is huge in the United Kingdom. It really is a big fight worldwide for the heavyweight division, because it's two top 5 guys. But Tyson Fury definitely ready. Now, what kind of style does he need to employ to win this fight? He needs to use his height and his reach, and he needs to not just go for broke. The one thing Dillian Whyte can do is punch, and he hits hard. A left hook by Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury could be done. I'll tell you that right now. Dillian Whyte has that kind of power. But Fury needs to get on the inside. He needs to bully Dillian Whyte, really wear him down, but use the height, jab, box, set up the big shots. If he does that, I think he can defeat Dillian Whyte in this fight. He definitely has the physical advantage here. He just got to use it. Now, do I think Tyson Fury can win this fight by knockout? Absolutely. Tyson Fury's got the kind of punch where he can hurt you with one punch or he can wear you down. And I absolutely believe with his size and his ability that he can do either one with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte has already showed he can be hurt and he can be knocked out, with one crisp punch. But also, I believe if Fury takes him into the deep waters, he definitely can drown him. So I can see Fury winning by knockout. Can Tyson Fury win by a decision? I think he can do that too. I think if anybody's going to win a decision, it's going to be Fury. Fury just has the boxing ability, the ring IQ. He knows how to win rounds and get them in the bank. Absolutely, Fury can win a decision. What does a victory mean for Dillian Whyte? Well, I mean for Tyson Fury. Well, it could mean everything. It's not going to be the biggest of his career, but it's going to be one of the biggest of his career. And it could lead to potentially the biggest fight of his career, an undisputed title fight with the winner of Usyk and Joshua. That would be huge. So a win here is just huge for Tyson Fury. What does a loss mean for Fury? Well, a loss definitely hurts Fury. It'd be the first of his career, and it would definitely derail Tyson Fury and hurt his confidence for sure. But Tyson Fury, I think he's going into this knowing that Dillian Whyte is a real deal heavyweight. So a loss, yeah, it hurts him, but I really think it just, mixes up the heavyweight division more than anything. And we know Tyson Fury can bounce back. So we'll see. We move on to the challenger, the WBC interim heavyweight champion, Dillian Whyte. What has Dillian Whyte done rolling into this one? Well, he's coming off of his career best win. And last year in March, he rematched Alexander Povetkin after getting knocked out cold against Povetkin in August of 2020. He rematched Povetkin and knocked the fuck out of him. He really did dominate Povetkin in the rematch and break him down, stop him in the 4th round, and regain his WBC interim title. Now, again, prior to that, I said he got knocked out against Povetkin. And prior to that, he was kind of being a little inactive, But Dillian Whyte, as I said, the last few years has been on fire. 2019 was maybe, 2018 was his best year when he went out there and knocked out Lucas Brown, defeated Joseph Parker in a great fight, and then knocked out Derek Chisora cold in the 11th round of a fight that he was behind on the scorecard. So this guy, heading into this one is unafraid and he's ready to go. And again, he's got the right kind of attitude, and I think he's coming to win this fight. So we're going to see what happens, but Dillian Whyte definitely is pumped up and ready. Plus, he's pissed off. He's pissed off that the negotiation part of it, the money side of it, didn't go his way. But that's what happens in a mandatory fight. You got to take, in a ordered fight, you got to take what the governing body says is right, and that's what he did. He's going to make a shitload of money. I think he's making between 7 and 8 million. It could be upwards to $10 million for this fight, and he should be happy because a victory not only gives him the heavyweight title, but it cements him and sets up bigger fights going forward, and then he gets to call the shots after that. So Dillian Whyte shouldn't be, the whole point he took the fight, is because he had to. So he shouldn't be so bitter, but use that anger. If you're mad, use that anger to go out there and secure a victory. So I think he's going to have the right mind frame. Dillian Whyte is a definite fighter. Now, what kind of game plan does Dillian Whyte need to have in this fight? He needs to throw a jab. He needs to stop Tyson Fury from coming forward at him. Throw a jab, hook to the body, but he definitely needs to set up his left hook to the head. If he can get a left hook in early and a clean one, he might be able to put Tyson Fury down. I'm telling you that right now. If he can hurt him early in the fight, possibly catch him cold, that could be all she wrote, because Dillian Whyte has a wicked left hook. He can box well, but his defense is not great. So he needs to be able to throw the jab, get out of Tyson Fury's way, and try to land that big left hook on the inside or over Tyson Fury's right hand. He needs to try to land a big left hook to see how Fury takes it. Because I think once we see him land that big left hook that he has, we're going to see how well Tyson Fury does in this fight. Now, can Dillian Whyte Whyte win this fight by knockout? And I think that question is absolutely yes. Dillian Whyte is a wicked puncher, and he has a great left hook. And people need to respect that. If he lands on Fury clean, and Fury's been hurt in his career, Dillian Whyte has real heavyweight power. If he lands on Fury clean, again, that might be all she wrote. I think Dillian Whyte's best chance of winning this fight is by knockout. Can Dillian Whyte win a decision? Man, that's going to be tough because Tyson Fury is big. He's the better boxer, and he definitely knows how to put rounds in the bag. But it's going to be tough. I really don't think Dillian Whyte can win a decision if it goes 12 rounds. I guess anything's possible, but I really think his best chance is by knockout. Now, what does a win mean for Dillian Whyte here? And it means everything. Everything that he's pissed off about and just legacy, it means the world to Dillian Whyte to win this fight. If he pulls off the upset here, he's made for life, and he goes down in history. I mean, it would be huge to knock out or beat the #1 heavyweight in the world, Tyson Fury. It's huge for Dillian Whyte. He definitely needs this victory. It's huge for his career. Now, what does it mean for him if he loses? You know, I don't think Whyte would technically be done. He might be. He might say, hey, I'm done, depending on how he loses. But I don't think many people are expecting him to win this fight. So if he loses, I don't think that's going to be the end of his career. But again, it depends on how he loses. If Tyson Fury goes out there and whips the shit out of Dillian Whyte, then Dillian Whyte might be like, hey, I think I'm done now. But Dillian Whyte is a consummate British fighter that doesn't let it tear him apart. He comes back stronger. He did that against Povetkin. He lost to Anthony Joshua, and he came back 2 years later and had the greatest year of his career that really set him up for now in 2018. So this guy is a very good fighter, and you know, a loss here would hurt him, but I don't know if it would end his career. Now, is it better for boxing if Tyson Fury wins this fight or if Dillian Whyte wins this showdown? And that's easy. It's better for boxing if Tyson Fury is still the top dog at the heavyweight division. He's flashy, he's loud, he's undefeated. A win here sets up a mega fight with Alexander Usyk or Anthony Joshua as they fight in their rematch. It would be for the undisputed title. I mean, imagine if Joshua pulls off the upset, even if it's Usyk, but Joshua more so, and Tyson Fury, all British, undisputed title fight. I mean, it would be fucking huge. Tyson Fury is such a big name in the world of boxing. So, you know, he's, in my opinion, he's like #2 behind Canelo. He really is in terms of star power right now. So, Tyson Fury, huge if he pulls off, you know, it would be huge, and it's better for boxing if he wins. But it wouldn't be bad if Dillian Whyte pulls it off, because Dillian Whyte likes to talk shit. He's got power. He's got that attractive style. So it wouldn't be terrible if he won either. Now, my prediction on the fight, who do I think is going to win this big heavyweight showdown? And for me, I'm going with Tyson Fury in this one. Fury is just too good, and he knows how good he is. But he goes out there, and this guy just never stops coming at you. This guy, unless somebody catches him cold, and hey, Dillian Whyte could do it, catches him cold and ends it with one punch. I can't pick against Tyson Fury. I just can't. You know, this guy is just, he's insane with how talented and just, you know, that winning mentality that he possesses is just insane. I mean, the guy is just on point, and he's ready to win, and he's ready to win at any moment. And, you know, and he just has a reservation inside of him to pull off the victory. He has a reservation to just keep going and go for the win. And it's almost like he refuses to lose. Now, anybody can lose at any moment in boxing. This is a fight game. You get caught, you're done. But I really believe that Tyson Fury is going to win this fight. I just think he's going to put the pressure on Dillian Whyte. He's not going to let Dillian Whyte breathe to land that big left hook. And I think he's going to get Dillian Whyte out of there. Middle rounds. I'm calling middle rounds. I think he stops Dillian Whyte in 6 or 7 rounds if he gets the fight exactly the way he wants it. If not, might go a few rounds later, and then he gets him out of there. But it's definitely, I think, going to be Tyson Fury's night. That's going to set up a huge showdown with either Usyk or Joshua, whoever wins their rematch. So, and hopefully that happens later this year. So we'll see what happens, but that's what I got. That's the breakdown video for Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte as they compete for the WBC heavyweight title, mandatory title fight, taking place Saturday, April 23rd on ESPN PPV from the United Kingdom, Wembley Stadium. There might be 100,000 people there. So if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Give me, subscribe to the channel. I'm looking for all the support I can get, and I really appreciate you guys. And that's what I got. True boxing. You've been hit with the truth.